Hey guys, so originally I had planned to do a video tonight at some point for you guys, and I was going to do that after my big presentation. By the way, the presentation went smashingly well. Thank you all for the votes of good luck. Truly appreciate it. Um, but after my presentation, Aiden hit me up and he was like, "What's going on, Jet?" Because Aiden, aka Winslow, hadn't been fully filled in about like the marriage thing. And that's when I thought about it. I had originally intended doing a video with my wife, so with Maddie, discussing, why we got married in the first place. Also, this video wouldn't be complete without me wearing my wedding ring, so let me go get it. I normally don't wear it when I like wash my hands because I don't want to like tarnish the metal or whatever through like doing that over and over like a course of like a period of time. But I have a table where I keep things that are special to me, so I put it on that table whenever I'm not wearing it. But anyways, I would like to talk with you all and just tell you about like how/why I got married. So for people who have kept up with the channel for a long time, you may know that I'm into like magic, and I mean like not Magic the Gathering, not like magic tricks like pulling a rabbit out of a hat, but magic is in like casting spells and like things of that nature. And I've known Maddie, my wife, since the beginning of college, and Maddie's never really shown an interest in magic. Well, recently, Maddie's been gung ho about magic, really interested in it. She wanted to get a tarot card deck. You use tarot cards for divination, so trying to like see some kind of insight into the future, or even just in time in general, just learn more about your past or the present. So she wanted to get a tarot card deck, but supposedly you're not supposed to get your own tarot card deck. It makes it cursed. You need to have a tarot card deck be given to you. So what we did is we went to Second and Charles together. If you guys don't know about Second and Charles, I actually have videos about Second and Charles on the channel. And as we're fooling around in Second and Charles, we start looking at some magic books, and inside one is a flyer for a magic store that sells like crystals and encyclopedias on vampires and things of that nature, located in a nearby city. So we'd have to go a whole city away to go to that magic store. So we get Maddie like her tarot deck, and Maddie buys like a few other things, and we hang out for a bit. And she's like, we got to eventually go to that city, and we got to go to that magic store. We got to see what it's all about, and get that experience. The only other magic store me and Maddie had ever really been to before was Zero Gravity. Zero Gravity is a local place. It's a tobacco store, but they also sell stuff like nunchucks, pocket knives, gas mask, novelty T-shirts. It's a whole bunch of crazy stuff. But in the back corner, they have like magic stuff like crystals and special necklaces and things of that nature, with different ancient symbols written on them and like spell books, stuff like that. But because me and Maddie had ever been to Zero Gravity when it came to a magic store, just like the back corner of the store is supposed to be magic, it makes the idea of going to a magic store where everything there is like the back corner of Zero Gravity with a different culture and environment, like a really interesting thing. So we eventually decide that we're going to go to the magic store on a particular day before I have class. So we would get together early. We would go to Dunkin' Donuts and have breakfast together, and then we would go to that other city and check out the magic store that they have there. So I go outside early in the morning on that day. Maddie says she's walking from her car, so I start walking toward the parking lot, and Maddie runs up to me and like jumps into my arms, and I like hug her. Keep in mind, the first time I ever met Maddie, she did that like exact same thing. So it was like a hard flashback to the first time we met. So we go to Dunkin' Donuts, we eat. Maddie gets an extra donut that she didn't buy, and she gives it to a friend. We head over to the other city after a misadventure downtown where we gotta like go to the bank. A lot of extra tidbits in the story. So we make it to the magic store. We get there more or less right as they open, and we start exploring. And it is a very different culture from Zero Gravity. Zero Gravity is more like grunge rock kind of thing, and Dragon Pre, which is the name of the magic store, is more of like a wholesome rags to riches tale, where essentially the store only a year prior was only like a corner of a room. Similar to how Zero Gravity was like, well, is a very like small magic section in a bigger store. Dragon Pre used to just be a small section in a bigger store that didn't have anything else. So it was like just that small section. And since then, they've expanded into a full store. So they're really proud of their history. You can tell that the people who work there are really into like what they do, and it's just a different environment from zero gravity. It's a magical place. So me and Maddie are hanging out. Maddie is getting into all these different crystals, and she's looking at like what the different crystals' properties are and what magic you can do with different crystals. She's getting into the idea of using crystals for divination. Like I said, divination being magically finding insight into like the past, present, or future. So she starts getting all these crystals, and she notices a sign that says wedding ceremonies, $50. So she sees that, and she gives me that look like, I'm like, oh, you seem happy. And then she's like, mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, it says wedding ceremonies, $50. And then she's like, $50. So she keeps pushing the idea of like, we should get married. It's only $50 kind of thing. Um, and she asked me if I'm down. And I'm like, are you down? And then she just keeps pushing, are you down? Are you willing to do it? So we end up doing the wedding ceremony. Before we do, we start talking about it hypothetically. They have rings there. So they have like a set of different rings for like 98 cents. And I was like, well, hypothetically, if we did do it, we could both buy each other a ring, and then we could split the cost of the wedding ceremony. So it'd be like 98 cents, 98 cents, $25, $25 kind of thing. So we talk it out and we decide, yeah, we'll do the wedding ceremony. So from that point on, a lot of the wedding ceremony preparation is like, what are we going to do for a bouquet? Where are we going to have the ceremony? Um, what song are we going to have? In the end, all those answers are there's a ritual room in the back of the magic shop where they do divination readings for people. So we decided to do it in the ritual room, and it has a really nice dragon tarp on the back wall. When it comes to what she would do for a bouquet, she actually has a bouquet that I have in the corner of the room over there. It's a rosemary plant with peacock feathers in it, which is actually pretty nice. And the song is a Selena song about love. I literally like looked into it yesterday, like what the name of the song was, because I wanted to be like on it. Um, but it definitely slips. The reason why I forget what the song is only because when they said the name of the artist, I thought they said Celine. So I thought they were talking about like Celine Dion. So then I started looking up a bunch of Celine Dion love songs, which there are multiple, but it's actually I Could Fall in Love by Selena, which is an artist I had never heard of until I had had the wedding. So that ended up being our wedding song. We go into the back of the ritual room. It's filmed on Maddie's phone and portrait by someone who worked at the shop who was really excited about the wedding. I'm dressed in the Superman shirt. She actually seemed fairly well dressed for the occasion, almost as if it was planned, but I don't think she knew that you could do wedding ceremonies at the magic store. And if she did, that was a very interesting plan because she didn't fill me in beforehand. But we get married, and after we get married, it's revealed that within 30 days we can go to a courthouse, and if we get all the paperwork set up, we get like the marriage license, and then the person who held the ceremony signs that license, then the wedding, like the marriage will be legal, but we have plenty of time to like think about it, and we don't have to rush into it. To which then Maddie immediately goes like, we gotta go to the courthouse. So Maddie's like super hype. So we go to the courthouse. We go to the city courthouse. They go, hey, you can't do that here. So we go to the county courthouse. We go to the county courthouse. We use their computer system, file it into public records. It's like an additional $75. And they're like, okay, so when do you want to get married? And we're like, we already did. They're like, you're not technically supposed to do it in that order, but I guess that'll be okay. You got to take the license back to the magic store, get it signed at the magic store. So we do. We get it signed by the ceremony holder. We head back to the courthouse. We have to get a certificate, like an official thing, for like an extra $4 for her to be able to change her name. And we do that all in time for me to get to class late, but I didn't miss the lecture and I still got on the attendance, so it's like I didn't miss the class. So I didn't miss the lecture and I didn't miss attendance. So that entire story that I just told takes place between like 9 a.m. on a Tuesday to like a little after like 11 something on a Tuesday. So it all happens really quickly. And keep in mind, me and Maddie had just agreed to start like dating less than 24 hours before we got married. So it's a crazy misadventure. There are additional details to the story that I just kind of skimmed over because I want to make sure that this video was about like 10 minutes or so. But if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comment section below. And thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring that notification bell so you're notified whenever we do these live streams. Well, this one wasn't live. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, logging out. Peace.